was our annual Pioneer Day weekend. This is a weekend where, as notoriously, we've always celebrated our heritage as Mennonites and the beginning of Steinbach. It's usually started with a breakfast spot at the Credit Union, a free pancake breakfast, and then that moves on to a parade, which usually draws about 10 to 12,000 people, I've been told. And our Mennonite Heritage Village Museum celebrates all weekend with activities and demonstrations, and that they do the entire weekend to celebrate our heritage. This year, that all changed because of COVID. It was a really strange feeling this Friday, knowing that it was supposed to be parade day, and as I got to work, usually within minutes, our city staff are busy, like going all over the main street, setting up barriers and garbage cans and just getting ready for the parade. And that just wasn't happening. It was just kind of an eerie quietness, like just a normal Friday morning. We had a very busy, of course it was busy, it was still busy, there were a lot of people in town, Saturday was busy, and what was starting off to be a nice, quiet, long weekend was definitely developing on Saturday. Sunday, as I was getting off the golf course at 2:30, I checked my phone, and there were quite a few messages from media, different medias outside of our community, wanting comments on announcements of 2 restaurants that had COVID cases amongst their staff that had shut down. Plus, they had told me that there were other affected or non-affected restaurants that had shut down. Immediately, I went to Steinbach Online and got updated so that I could make a statement. The comment or the request for comments kept coming all day that Sunday and into Monday, into the evening of Monday, and it started off this morning with our local media at about 5:30. I guess luckily our local media know my schedule, and so they know when they can start calling me. Many of the questions they had were, do we have an outbreak in Steinbach? Are we worried? Will there be more shutdowns? Is there more than what the businesses are actually saying? Will we mandate masks? And how I felt about the businesses closing. Well, my reply yesterday and this morning was quite simple. No, we're not worried. And we must hear all the details from Manitoba Health first. We will make no changes until we have received word from Manitoba Health on the details of these cases. I support and respect the businesses that closed down, and I view it as responsible leadership in our community. But this afternoon we heard from Manitoba Health and our province, and Council, I have reassuring words for you. No, Steinbach does not have an outbreak of COVID-19. The 2 COVID cases that were announced on Sunday were from one family and linked to travel and also close contact inside that family. And matter of fact, almost all of the 27 cases on the weekend were linked to out-of-province travel. And even to date, there are very few cases linked to community spread transfer. There is also no need and will be no requirement for these or any other businesses to shut down. And a couple of words from our Health Minister, Cameron Friesen. He said, and I quote, "It is appropriate for Steinbachers to move about the community as usual." He did stress, although, that we adhere and respect social distancing and correct personal hygiene, including the washing and sanitizing of hands. He also said that if there was a safety concern anywhere in the province, that his cabinet would definitely announce that. So in closing, Council, I would just like to leave you with thoughts that I've said right from the start of COVID. Stay healthy and keep safe. Look out and check for your neighbor. And please support local. Thank you. Okay, Council, we have the agenda in front of us. Looking for a motion to approve. Councillor Penner, second by Councillor Hebert. Any comments?
No comments?
Anything further? We'll call for the question then. All those in favor? And that is carried. We have the minutes of July 21st, 2020, regular council meeting in front of us. This starts on page 1. We've all had a chance to view. Looking for a motion to approve. Councillor Swagstra, second by Councillor Hebert. Any comments?
No
Anything
comments.
further? Okay, we'll call for the question. All those in favor? And that is carried. Is there any business arising from the minutes? Okay, seeing none. Okay, Council Penner is not able to be here with us tonight. I'd like to have a motion to excuse Councillor Penner. Councillor Penner, second by Councillor Hebert. We'll call for the question. All those in favor? And that is carried. Okay, we have no public hearings. We have no delegations. No reports and recommendations from the city manager, so we'll move to number 9A. We have the accounts payable at the back of the book. We've all had a chance to review. Looking for a motion to approve. Councillor Hebert, second by Councillor Penner. Any comments?
No comments.
Anything further?
No comment.
We will call for the question. All those in favor? And that is unanimously carried. Okay, we have 9B, the bylaw 2154. This is first reading. Wyndham Estate Drive. It's on page 3. Mr. Workentine, could you please introduce this file?
Yes, Mr. Mayor and members of council, this is application for rezoning under bylaw 2154. This is being submitted to council for first reading. The subject parcel under this bylaw is designated as residential policy area in the city's official community plan. And the application seeks to rezone a large portion of the property from RMD residential medium density to RSF residential single family. That is to support proposed residential development of the site. Recommendation is for council to give this bylaw first reading, and a public hearing would then be scheduled for some time in September.
Thank you, Mr. Workentine. Council, how would you like to proceed? Councillor Swagstra.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'll make the motion for first reading.
Okay. Do we have a seconder? Councillor Penner? Go ahead, Councillor Swagstra.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As has been noted, this is a request to rezone a property from residential medium density to residential single family. And this is in the Hampton Village area and the Wyndham Estate. And it's if this does go ahead, then of course we would then have a public hearing at the time we have a second reading. So I think it's appropriate that we give first reading, so that way we're able to hear from the applicant in regards to what's proposed, and then if there are any questions or concerns from the neighborhood, we'll be able to hear that as well. Because obviously it's a significant change going from RMD to RSF, and I think we should proceed with first reading.
Okay, thank you. Anything further?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yes, as communities develop, as different areas and neighborhoods develop, developers sometimes will adjust their plans to see for what is the best fit for the city as a whole and what's a need at the time. So that's what this applicant has done here, and I agree it's good to hear from the public and make a decision after that point.
Thank you. Anything further of council?
I have one question for administration, if I could.
Go ahead.
I noticed they're creating 46 parcels. 37 lots are single and 7 are medium. 37 and 7, I think, is 44. Where the other 2 lots, is that green space or?
Yes, there are 2 parcels of public reserve that are being included in the proposed development.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Okay, anything further of council? Anything in closing?
Nope.
Yes, council, I too think it's good to, as we develop, we relook at things, and if the need arises, we then need to change our zonings and reconfigure some of our our developments. So we'll call for the question. All those in favor? That is carried. Thank you. Okay, council question period. Is there any questions of council? Okay, seeing none. We have 11A, correspondence and petitions. We got the Pat Porter Active Living Center. This is referring to the stage lighting replacement grant on page 14. Council, would you like to proceed? Would you like to take this as information?
Yes, please.
Okay. And we've got 11B. This is Belong, a community short film. This is referring to August 9th, 2020, starting on page 15. Council, would you like to proceed? Yes, Councillor Swagstra.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'll just give a little bit of context in regards to the letter here and what this is about. This is a promotional video about the city of Steinbach. The total length is about 30 minutes long, and it essentially focuses on the question of why do people feel like they belong here in Steinbach. And so the producers of this video interviewed about 15 Steinbach residents, some who've been here a long time and some who are here more recently. Mr. Mayor, you and I were two of the people that were interviewed, and I had the opportunity to talk about some of my experiences in Steinbach. And the producers here, their approach is that they want to show what is unique about Steinbach. What is it that draws people here, and why do people feel at home here in Steinbach? This is being used as a fundraiser for Southeast Helping Hands, and so they're holding a virtual premiere this Sunday, and tickets are $25 each, and all the money is going towards Southeast Helping Hands, towards the food bank. So it's certainly a worthwhile cause. And so I remember when I was initially approached about this by Mayor Lee Arthur, who spearheaded this, and it's quite an impressive thing. I have not seen the film yet. I've just seen some of the trailers that they've posted, that have been posted on Facebook, and I've shared a couple of them on my Facebook account, and the trailers look pretty impressive. It has, and I think we'll recognize a lot of the people when you look at the trailers. So one of the trailers I saw someone who's currently sitting in the mayor's chair. So they're doing some good promotion for it. So I think it's a great thing that they're doing, and I hope that it does well.
Thank you, Councillor Swagstra. Anyone else? Anything further? Okay. Yes, I totally agree. I'd like to echo some of the comments from Councillor Swagstra. This, in being part of this film, I look at it as an avenue to share our heritage, share our past, our present, and where we are going. And I think it'll be a great movie or a tool to show even newcomers or potential newcomers what Steinbach's all about. So please do attend. Try and bring someone with you, a date or another couple. Because, like I say, it's the fundraising goes to a great cause, and I think the movie itself is a great cause to show our heritage. Okay, thank you, Council. There's no other business, so I need a motion for adjournment. Councillor Hebert, second by Councillor Pinner. Any comments? No comments. Okay, call for the question. All those in favor? That is carried. Thank you. Next regular council meeting is Tuesday, August 18th, 2020 at 7:30 p.m.
How do we attend that movie?
It's
Belongfilm.com.
belongfilm.com, and you sign up online.